The mics are on and everything. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the mics work.
Okay. Okay.
Who used these last? This sounds so strange. Okay.
What, the mics?
No, everything in here, like the mics are not sized correctly. There's problems with both the computers, whatever.
That's weird because I was here last.
Really?
And it worked totally fine.
That's so strange. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're
Are we good? Okay. Yeah, that's weird that it's not working. Because it worked totally fine.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jack and Chesco in the morning.
Welcome
morning,
to
y'all.
Jack and Chesco in the morning. We have another great episode lined up for you guys today.
We do.
What we were talking about, we got into the studio here, and there seems to be some problems with the board. Currently, there's two problems. There's a problem with the board, where it's not accepting any input from Radio DJ, which is strange. Radio DJ is playing, but no music.
Radio DJ is what plays the
Yeah.
music out there for those uninformed.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
And
how it
then
works.
on the second computer, it's not recognizing the hard drive. So we'll figure it out. We're currently, though, everything's recording. Everything's working fine. We just don't have any music. So
It's just kind of a
give us your
bummer.
best rendition of the Animal Crossing 10 a.m. theme. A cappella.
No. We'll start off with this. New Leaf is better. But anyway, so I guess today is the hot takes episode. Before we start, we want to get a few editorial notes out of the way. Just something that we missed from our last episode. If you weren't here last week, we actually did celebrities that we we just kind of debated about celebrities more. So we talked about ones that we didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some fan feedback on our official Instagram. That's at Jack and Chesco, by the way. And for two celebrities for us to talk about.
Yes.
First one, you say which of the two?
The first one is none other than Princess Diana herself, Ice Spice.
Oh, that's right. Hell yeah. Okay, I thought we were going to talk about Princess Diana.
No.
Ice Spice is my queen. She is everything. If Ice Spice has 100 fans, I am one of them. If Ice Spice has 10 fans, I am all 10 of them. If Ice Spice is dead, then I am not I don't know how that stupid copy pasta works.
Here, if Ice Spice has 100 fans, I am one of them. If Ice Spice has 10 fans, I am one of them. If Ice Spice has one fan, that's me. If Ice Spice has 0 fans, I am no longer on this earth.
I think so basically this joke with Ice Spice started. She's not a good rapper, but basically like this joke started where
I don't mind her.
My friend, I don't mind her at all. I think like Munch is a bot, bro. There's a reason why that like it blew up. But basically it started as this joke with my friends as we started talking about like rappers that are closer to us in real life. And shout out to Emily Haskell. And so I say, who's mine? And she just stops for a second. She goes, Ice Spice. And I'm like, why? She's like, just cause. It's just Ice Spice. And like since then, I've been on my deep dive on our Brooklyn queen. She just released an EP.
Queen of New York.
Just released an EP. Munch. It's called Like. Bikini Bottom is on there. Munch is on there. In My Hood is a new song on there.
Princess Diana.
She
In my
is.
hood, I'm like Princess Diana.
She is a queen. She is a queen.
I think,
and she's a bisexual icon, bro.
here's the thing with Ice Spice, right? People hate her, but I don't understand what's wrong with her. It's just like she's just a female rapper.
I think it was
she's just
more
kind
so
of being current and.
No, I think it was more so like she kind of flaunted how she blew up because of one song, and people just don't like one-hit wonders. But like now she's like, but here's I think what
You
really
to be dirt.
You to be dirt. I know, like so. Ice Spice, we got to give credit, is the only celebrity as of now that had their previous social media posts dug up and actually got more clout versus getting canceled. She is, so I said this earlier, she is a bisexual icon. She is she's all about LGBTQ equality. She calls out creepy men on Twitter. She's
yeah,
so
that's
cool,
awesome.
bro. She's so cool. I fuck with Ice Spice.
Yeah, like
I really, you know what, Ice Spice, she's dope.
people were clowning on Ice Spice for like, oh yeah, her music and her rapping and stuff like that. But and her personality too, like, oh, she's annoying.
I
But
must
like,
apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game.
exactly. I was
Like-
just like, after a while, I was just like, why are you mad? She's just being like herself and funny.
She's
And-
mad funny. She's,
Yeah, she's
mad
great.
funny.
I don't understand.
Like,
that
I
with Ice
understand
Spice.
the whole munch. Like, the reason why I like her, it kind of reminds me of why I like XXX Tentacion. But I got into him because his, like, look at me sounded so stupid to me when I first heard it. And now it's like, you can't help but love it. But I think that's my thoughts on Ice Spice. I don't
Yes. The second celebrity that we got a request to talk about and we totally forgot to talk about is
know. Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey. Do you have any thoughts on Oprah Winfrey?
I'm kind of impartial. I feel like Oprah has done some like really I think the worst thing she did was defend Michael Jackson. I think that's like apparently something that she did. But like
She had an interview with Michael Jackson and she was close with him.
I know, and then she started like accusing the Finding Neverland creator of like fabricating parts of his story. I think that's like the worst thing Oprah's done. But like at least I think it's just funny because we're like they compare it because like people think I look like fat Josh Peck, so it's like, oh, what's your opinion on Oprah? And it's like I don't really have an opinion. I think she's all right. I think she's cool, good for her.
Yeah, I
Living
like
her life.
Oprah. Did you ever watch Oprah's show a lot?
No, I didn't.
No?
I did not.
Okay, Oprah, like you, I'm a little impartial. I don't really feel any sort of way. But I will say, there's a core memory that I have. I don't know why I have this memory, but it's me watching the Oprah Winfrey show. I remember I was like I must have been 5 years old or something. I was watching Oprah, and she was showing off this brownie pan that like snaked around so that every single piece was an edge piece. And then she gave one out to everyone in the audience, and they went
that's
nuts.
right. Oh
They
my
went
God,
nuts.
bro.
And I remember seeing that as a kid. I was like, holy shit, I
have
want
to
that
go.
brownie pan.
Oh
that
my
looks
God.
so cool. And for some reason, that like clip has just stayed in my mind forever. And it's the
You like
first thing
Wait, hold on. You like corner pieces of brownies?
Yeah. Why don't you?
Because I like it when it's in the middle. It's way more moist and it's way like
Yeah.
chewier.
Yeah.
That's like me.
But like the not crunchy, but like the hard parts, the chewy parts, I like those too.
That's fair. I love brownies. My girlfriend, you have to try Callie's brownies.
Oh, yeah?
Callie's brownies are like out of this world. Like it's crazy. She goes like Los Pollos Hermanos and like puts like crack in the brownies.
Do you bake? Like,
Do I bake? I like once in a while.
Mhm.
I will.
I wish I could bake when I'm here. I don't have an oven.
I
though.
can cook, but no one believes that I can.
Let
And
him cook.
I'm so mad. Everyone's like, Chesco, I feel like you're the shittiest cook. And I'm like, you guys know I came from like a family of restaurant owners, right? You guys know I've like seen how to make stuff, right? I could call my mom, like, will answer to like a how to make food call faster than a like I need money call. Like literally, like, come on, y'all. Like I got you.
I remember
Pull up.
I've been cooking for a long time. I remember it all started when because I used to have me and my siblings, we used to have bagels for breakfast.
All the
Right.
time, me too.
Yeah,
That's right.
bagels for breakfast, and my mom used to pre-cut the bagels for us so we could put it in this toaster and then cook it, stuff like that. And then one day I came downstairs and the bagels weren't cut, and I asked my mom, I was like, "Hey mom, can you cut the bagels?" And she went, "Cut it yourself." And I was like, "Okay." And then from then on, I just started making my own breakfast, making my food. Like that was like the turning point.
That was like the day you like went from like kid
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I cook a lot. Yesterday I made fried chicken.
No way.
Yeah, with the buttermilk.
Oh, that's right. How'd it turn out?
This one turned out well. I made fried chicken a couple days ago, and I overcooked it. But this one, it turned out pretty well. I cut it up. I put it in some rice. It was good fried chicken, and that's one of my goals. One of my goals on my bucket list / travel list is make perfect fried chicken.
Sounds fire.
So I already started my journey.
I will be there. I will be there when that happens.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think like I love breakfast. I love breakfast.
Fan. I finally get to talk about breakfast.
Dude.
I am a big fan of breakfast.
I love breakfast. I think if I could put favorite foods, it's got to go Mexican, Italian breakfast, just American breakfast. I love breakfast. And like, just, it's like American breakfast is just so good.
Okay. Out of all, like, people talk about, oh yeah, like, French has this cuisine, and like Vietnamese has this cuisine, and Chinese food is like this, and Japanese food is like this. What's American food? American food is breakfast.
American food is breakfast. Oh my!
America is just such a melting pot of cultures, right? So you have like the American food, quote unquote, is just like a combination of different stuff. Like pizza comes from Italy, and like this comes from this, right?
But it's its own way of
right?
being. It's just like American pizza, Sicilian pizza, Italian pizza. Like
yeah,
like that's the deal.
The United States outsources its I guess culinary palate. I don't know what to say.
That's fair.
But like
that
a
makes
lot.
sense.
But when it comes to breakfast, there's nothing more American than an American breakfast.
That's goddamn
And let me tell you about my breakfasts, okay? Every single morning, 7 days a week, right? I don't skip any days. 7 days a week, I will wake up, I'll heat up the pan, right? After my shower, heat up the pan. I'll cook sausages. I'll cook eggs. Recently, I have half of an English muffin. I have waffles. I have hash browns. I'll have orange juice.
Sold.
All in one meal, one breakfast. I'll go all out for breakfast.
That sounds
all out
fire.
for breakfast.
See, when I do breakfast, I like to go a little more spicy with I just like spicy food. I love spicy food.
Spicy breakfast is pretty good.
And I usually, if I'm running out of the house, 2 pieces of toast just really quick, and I'll make something like I have to. It's just like I'm always in a rush.
I found myself running out of the house with a piece of toast in my mouth.
Bro, but like I think a bagel with cream cheese is always the best move.
That's
but
good.
I think when I really get a chance to sit, usually I'll try to have breakfast. It's weird because like I like it after I work out because proteins and just like so usually my go-to breakfast is what I call the Cesco scramble. The Cesco scramble is the following: chorizo, eggs, pepper jack cheese, Cholula hot sauce, potato wedges. Hash browns can be used too, but I'm a wedges guy, and avocado.
There you go.
That's the Cesco breakfast scramble.
breakfast.
If you guys are interested, I'd love to make it in a big like.
Potatoes are such a versatile breakfast food.
Okay, shout out if my friends are listening to this. Because back in like high school, we had this whole like discussion about why potatoes are the best like carbs. And we're just like there's just something so potatoes, you just can't hate potatoes. They're so good.
There's so many forms it could take.
Oh my God.
You got to have just a pure like food episode.
We do. But I think
Write that down.
Are we actually are we gonna still talk about hot takes, or should we just keep talking about food? I don't know. I kinda like talking about food. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Hot takes about food. We'll do that too. How about that?
Okay, bet.
But I do have stuff to talk about
different things. So we're gonna start our hot takes
stuff.
episode. Do you guys know what a hot take is? It's like when you have an opinion that is like. So it's like Jack Pauly's music taste, but like as an opinion. Where
What
it's
the
like
fuck?
I'm so like out of the box, guys.
What the fuck?
Like guys, I'm out of the box. Guys, look, I'm out of the box.
I'm being assaulted right now.
After these claims that I'm sexist, because I said, okay. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. It's okay. It's an opinion. So I know we're gonna go in. What are we gonna start with? Music hot takes?
Sure.
Okay, let me get this clear. We got into a little friendly feud over Instagram.
Over the same Instagram account.
I said this. So here's my deal, my type of humor, and I know my friends hate me when I do this. I like
a little
to
bit
say,
of a troll.
I like to do a little bit of trolling. I like to say the most outrageous, stupid shit. Let my friends take the bait and watch them get baby rage mad. I think that is just. I'm sorry. Like if you get like that frustrated over something, like I just find it really funny. Like, I'm sorry. That's just my sick sense of humor. So I said on our Instagram that One Direction clears Taylor Swift's discography. And, of course, Pauly went straight to defense mode and said that I immediately dropped the sexist card.
I said,
and
wrong plus sexist.
But, okay, I actually don't.
Because you don't listen to women.
I don't really have. What? That is bullshit. That is such bullshit. Oh my God. We just talked about Ice Spice. Don't even with me. Oh my God. I think at least okay, but like that was a joke. It was a joke. We like to do a little bit of trolling over here. But I think for music takes, I kind of said it last week with Dua Lipa. I just really don't like her music that much. I think a lot of it kind of sounds samey to me, and she's a pop star, but I think you said it best where she makes music that is like, it's acceptable pop.
Yeah.
I at least try. Oh, you know what? While we do hot takes, I think it's time. Jack and Cesco exclusive.
Ooh.
Cesco, the guy who runs the best hip hop radio show here, drops his top 5 rappers of all time.
Ooh. Okay.
So my top 5 rappers of all time. There's no particular order. It's just these 5 are equally the best. Kendrick Lamar, Biggie Smalls, Eminem, Andre 3000, MF Doom.
That's a very acceptable list. That's a very cold take.
Thank you very much. Cold?
Yeah.
A lot of people miss out on MF Doom and Andre. Like people say Eminem and Kendrick quite a bit. But like I feel like no one gives a lot of credit to 3 Stacks. And
was Kanye on your list before he got canceled?
Kanye was actually like number 10. He was. I do not think Kanye is the best rapper of all time. I've always said that. I've always said that Kanye wasn't the best. I think when it comes to producing, definitely up there. But like I don't think that like he, at least when it comes to like lyrical talent, between all those 5, not it. Not it. And most people would say Tupac over Biggie. I say Biggie over Tupac, and that's like and of all people, that's me saying it, Mr. West Coast. So like I'm kind of, even I'm shocked that don't take. I love Biggie
surprising
stuff.
yourself.
I know. I think at least for music, I mean, I don't know if that's really I just think that not a lot of people recognize.
I feel like
Andre.
those rappers are all in everybody's top 10 or most people's top 10.
I don't think
so just
Andre
the placement
and Doom
of it is
enough. Even after Doom, because Doom got a lot of attention after he died. I don't think Doom still gets his flowers, and I think that like maybe that's the only good thing out of the Fantano fans.
What's your favorite Doom project? And don't say Mad Villain.
It's got to be what's the one where that's from?
How do you not know that? You're a Doom fan.
I know, right? I
Way.
don't know. I'm blanking right now.
Born This Way.
Or Scarface.
Born Like This.
Or Food.
Food's my favorite.
But
I like Food more than Mad Villain.
Really?
Yeah, it's just such a quintessential Doom project. Like there's
it's funny.
The cartoon skits
good.
in there.
Yeah, exactly.
It was produced by him. It just sounds so. It's like a self-contained Doom thing. Like if you ever.
If you ever tell someone to listen to MF Doom, you go
listen to M Food.
You go show them the Food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff.
At least for music, I know you definitely have more music takes.
I have more meta takes, and this is just more about the music in general, not like a music artist. Like when I started writing these takes, I have like a list of them over here. When I started writing them, I realized that like, oh, this is just super meta. You'll get it. Okay. Number 1, music sucks. I'm kidding. Number 2, an album doesn't have to be good all the way through for me to consider it a good album. In the streaming era, I'm just going to read what I said. In a streaming era, too many people value the consistency and the completeness of an album above the sounds of the songs. If I listen to an album and I find 3 songs I really like, then boom, good album, okay? I hate it when people argue, oh, this album's so good, but there's a lull in the track list between songs 7 and 9. I'm going to have to give it a 6.3 out of 10.
I agree.
Like, grr, bro, just skip those songs then, right? It's like you don't buy albums anymore. People don't buy albums. So it's like, it's not
You're
like,
not losing anything.
you're not losing anything, right? It's not like, oh, I paid $10 for this album. Every song better be good. The way music has changed affects this, greatly. Music's changed so much fundamentally in the last 30 years. The one caveat I will say is the exception I'll make to this rule is the pure concept album. Okay, like if an album's a concept album, I will factor in the consistency and the tension and the progression and the path
That makes sense.
that the album takes into my feelings about it.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be
Because there's something aimed
there's
with
intention with it.
Yeah.
And that's part of what the art that was created. So that is my take. I hate it when people are like, "Oh, this album's perfect except for track 8. Gonna have to give it an 8 out of 10."
That is, if Mateo's listening right now, that goes out to you, you fuck. This dude, oh my god! Like he's like, Rodeo would be a 10 if Flying High wasn't on here. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, because I remember I told him one day, I was like, oh, you know Mac Miller
Pharrell beat and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, did you know Mac Miller produced Flying High on Rodeo? And he's like,
No, Pharrell did.
Mac Miller also helped with it too.
Oh.
And I was like, do you know he did that?
You don't like Toro y Moi too?
That's what I said. And I was like, you know that? He's like, huh, so you're telling me he's responsible for the only reason why that album is not a 10? I'm like, shut up,
just
bro.
skip
Get
it.
out of here.
Just skip the song if you don't like it. Hello? Like, I hate to be like this is such a Zoomer take of me, but it's like, if you don't like the song, skip it. You're streaming it on Spotify. It's not like you bought the album physically in a store.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I think if you buy an album physically, it's because you like it.
Yeah.
Because physical copies now are just like a collector's item now.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that, like, at least, I'm trying to think of other, like, music takes. Miley Cyrus doesn't get her flowers. Okay, mister, you don't listen to female artists. That's something I wrote down this morning. Was like, actually, I want to give some highlight to Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus basically, okay, let's get this straight. She, like, got every single kid's attention with Hannah Montana. That was already her gateway.
I mean, she was on Disney.
Well, yeah, but, like, she was, like, what? One of the first, I think, other than, like, Hillary Duff. I'm pretty sure, if my history's right. Or Britney Spears. It was Britney Spears, Hillary Duff, and then I think Miley Cyrus as like the Disney pop star. And poor thing, she really went through it at Disney. But like look how many hits she has. Party in the USA, Wrecking Ball. Even this new song Flowers is already off to a good start. I have so much like respect for Miley Cyrus.
I respect for her
and
too.
she was not in a good place in like 2015, 2016, that whole Robin Thicke thing. Like I have so much respect for Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
And she's cool. She's just a cool person. Mm-hmm. Can't say the same about Demi Lovato though.
Fuck Demi Lovato.
Demi and Poot Lovato.
There's so much hatred in this world. We need to rise above.
I think at least on the topic of like Disney pop stars, and Selena Gomez, that's wifey right there. So Selena Gomez, I've grown. She's just cool. she's and her music's good. That song with Kid Cudi is kind of a banger. I don't know why.
Of course, Kid Cudi.
Oh yeah, you gonna talk about Kid Cudi? Yeah, I am. It's my boy. It's my boy. Like oh my god, like I love that song with Selena Gomez and Kid Cudi. That's such a good. I don't know why no one talked about that song, but at least I don't know. Britney Spears is a queen. Poor thing.
Yeah.
I feel bad for we freed Britney.
We freed Britney.
We did free Britney. I feel
you
like
and I particularly, we both of us, we freed Britney.
we marched down to the courthouse and we freed Britney ourselves. I think I mean at least for other artists, I feel like I really can't stand a lot of modern day pop. I really can't.
Damn.
There's just it all sounds really samey. It's like why I stopped listening. Like at least I had this opinion about Doja Cat. Doja Cat was very overplayed when she like first. I remember I was back home And
Was this like the hot pink era?
Yes. I think just around the time Planet Her dropped.
Oh, okay.
And like I
Summer
remember
2021?
my car at the time that I was driving didn't have an aux cord. So I'm like, okay, you know what? When's the
play
last time I
radio.
listened to local radio? I mean, hell, I do a radio show. And I kid you not, 6 Doja Cat songs. Like, it was like song Doja Cat, song Doja Cat, Doja Cat, song Doja Cat, Doja Cat. It was like, oh my God, like why? And she's a great rapper. She's a really, I think like I'm excited for her next album because she's doing something different than rap. Or I think she's she's rapping. She doesn't want to do pop. She wants to do more rap. That's dope. And I think she's a really good rapper. But like,
I think she's
so overplayed.
I don't mind Doja Cat. There are some Doja Cat songs I really like though. Like I really like Bottom Bitch. I like Juicy a lot. I keep it juicy. It makes me feel makes me bounce. I'm like, you know
I'm
what I mean?
a day one Doja Cat. I watched
Really?
that cow video when it only had like 100,000 views.
There you go.
Shout out my boy Etika. Bro. Rest in peace. But like, I know. Oh, here's another one. Playboy Cardi has the biggest influence right now on rap and pop.
What?
Because he goes, beep. He goes, yeah.
No.
Like that Doja Cat song, Get Into It, Yeah, is so clearly Playboy Cardi inspired.
Okay, that's one song.
But like, if Doja Cat is able to watch people follow that wave,
no,
it's gonna happen.
It's not going to happen.
Playboy Cardi is
No, he's not.
I think like this just shows that like my radio show is just the equivalent of like Go White Boy Go.
Go white boy, go!
Go White Boy Go! But like, dude, I don't know. I think Cardi is a G. I think Cardi is actually like the future.
I don't think so.
Same with Uzi. Like Kanye did say that. Kanye's like, that I joked
Do
around.
you
I'm
trust all of Kanye's takes?
That's a take that I can trust. That's a take. Compared to like, it was so funny because I think he literally said in that same interview where he said all the anti-Semitic stuff, the one good thing that he said was Uzi and Cardi is the future. He just drops that. Out of nowhere. And I was just like, bro, yes, but you realize what you just like spewed out of your mouth, right? You know?
I have another meta music take.
Music? Okay.
There is no wrong way to get into an artist.
That's such
an artist or a genre.
You.
Again, in the digital streaming age, songs are intended to be listened to individually, right? Yeah. Most music is found by discovering similar music in proximity and all like algorithms and recommendation feeds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So listen to an album or hear the music from a TikTok or listen to an artist's hits, follow a guide. Do whatever. There is no wrong way to get into music or get into an artist.
Well, a lot of artists recently.
I think people get too upset where it's like, oh, you only know them because of TikTok.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about with you because even artists are upset that their songs are blowing up on TikTok.
Why? Well, that's so dumb. TikTok is like the biggest vector for success in the last 2 years.
I agree with you, but I think what artist means,
so dumb.
I think what an artist means is they don't want people to know 10 to 30 seconds of one song and instead take that TikTok post and go, oh, I really like this song. What else has this person done? And listen to the entire project. I think that, and I 1,000,000% understand that. I think that makes sense. I totally see why they're upset. But like, don't be upset that your song blew up on TikTok. That's just the thing. It's like, that's just more traction, more publicity.
Listen, if a song blows up on TikTok and someone listens to it, says, hey, this is pretty good. What's this song? And goes and adds that song and listens to that song. That's a win. You shouldn't be upset that people don't know your deep cuts and don't know your hits, right?
And the fans that don't know deep cuts or hits. Oh, man. Okay, gatekeeping music is... Just stop. I had this... Okay, there was this... I just had an experience back in high school where there was one girl in my class who gatekept everything. Tyler... Like, all my music taste right now. Tyler, Rex, Frank Ocean was the big one. She booed Drake at Flognaw, actually. She was like proud of it.
That's so childish.
I'm like, dude, really? Like, you're just weird about that. And Sheila was like, yeah, I booed Drake. Like, it wasn't Frank Ocean. And I'm like, just shut up, bro.
It's like,
And like,
I don't know. These people are kind of becoming like parodies of themselves, you know?
and like, I don't know. It feels like I remember she like listened. Like, I told her I was into rap. She's like, oh, yeah, I don't really like him anymore. I think he's just a little too mainstream. I'm like, shut up, bro. That is so annoying. Like, you just don't respect an artist at that point. You just care about yourself, you freaking weirdo. That's just
Frickin' weirdo.
What?
Freaking
You
weirdo.
freaking weirdo. Like, I just, no, I really hate when people gatekeep artists because I love showing artists like that I love to other people and seeing how they like them. Like, that's just that, like, I love that. And we get to share that. Like, that's so dope to me. Like, I remember, shout out if she listens, like, in the past, my friend Julia was like, she listened to my show and she's like, what was that Kid Cudi song that you played earlier? And she's not a big Cudi fan. I played Willing to Trust from Intergalactic. And she's like, I love that song. Like, I loved like that track. It's so dope.
That's cool.
And so it's like, I don't know, like, I don't see the point of gatekeeping because you're not only doing harm to yourself, you're doing harm to the artist. Where it's like, you're making it seem pretentious and you're not sharing. That artist would want you to share the music.
I feel like every fan base has that kind of, those kind of people, those kind of fans, and I feel like it's just something that you need to deal with, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's inevitable. It's gonna happen.
I really hate people that gatekeep artists.
Yeah.
Are we done with music takes or are we ready to move
Yeah,
on? Or,
let's
or
move
did
on.
you have one?
I didn't have any more.
Okay. What are we doing now? What new form of media are we doing? Are we talking about now?
Do you want to do movies or video games?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
You know what? I finally have an educated platform to talk about this.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk about movies. I don't think... Look, here's my deal. I have never had a good time watching a Taika Waititi film. Okay, here's my deal. Taika Waititi, I know a lot of the film kids are going to listen to this and be like, what?
Oh, no.
Like, here's my deal with Taika Waititi. It's just like, his humor just isn't for me. His movies just are not for me. But I can recognize that, like, he's a very cool director and he's made movies that impact a lot of people. So as but it doesn't mean, like, I'm not going to, like, hold him back from, like, my own criticism. I just don't really like his humor. I feel like his humor is, like, really the same in a lot of his works where it's like, oh, it's like a sex joke. Like, it's so vulgar. It's so funny. And, like, I don't know. That's just my silly opinion on Taika Waititi. But, like, I can respect that people love his work. But it's just, like, it's just me. It's just his humor isn't for me. I can respect, like, his movies and I can respect him as a director. It's just, like, I've never really been invested. Like, I think I might have to rewatch Jojo Rabbit. I think that, like, when I watched it, I was with a bunch of really pretentious film kids, like Dodge kids, and I just was not in the best area or, like, best, like, environment to watch that movie because it was just so, like, come on. We've been around Dodge kids. We know how it would be. It is so, like, and they're just like, oh, and this scene, it links back to this one. And, he just made a joke about, and it's so, like, vulgar, it's funny. And it's just like, shut up, dude. Thor Ragnarok is, in my opinion, the most overrated Marvel movie.
Really?
I know people, and this is coming from the guy
My
who
mom
says,
loves that movie.
I thought it was
How you
like,
gonna disagree with my mom?
I think it's just kind of, it's a little over. I know Mateo's going to kill me because that's his favorite Marvel movie. But, like, I don't know. I didn't really find it that funny. And Love and Thunder was bad.
Yeah.
Love and Thunder was, you watched Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
And,
I
like,
feel like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is kind of shit.
Oh, yeah. Like, and then, like, What We Do in the Shadows, that's another thing I watched. And I was like, it's okay. It's just, he's not my style. And, like, sometimes I, like, flip-flop where it's like, I don't understand what people see in him, but then I do understand that, like, you know, he's done a lot of stuff for, like there's that pirate show on HBO Max, and there's, like, he does a lot of stuff for representation. Like, that's dope.
Show? One Piece?
Oh, okay, do we get to talk about One Piece?
Yes.
Do we get to talk about One Piece?
Sure.
Okay. One Piece, peak anime. The best. I love One Piece.
It's not the best anime. In my book.
love One Piece. And I just started rewatching it.
I just started watching
this week.
Because my friend is a huge One Piece fan.
I love One Piece. I absolutely, it's like, but like what, I've been rewatching One Piece. Or not rewatching, but like getting back into it. What's so great about One Piece is that with all the characters, they find like little ways and quips to like have them go along with the story. Like it's like a commentary. And you'll definitely see this when you go onto the show and more characters are introduced. That like they kind of explain the story, but each character reacts in their own way. And it's just, as soon as you catch on to that, it's really cute and it's really funny. And like, just Luffy is my boy. Luffy is my boy. I mean, hyperactive motherfucker who just cares about his friends and wants to eat all the time.
Yeah.
He just like me. Wears red. He's just like me.
Wears
for
red.
Real.
Me.
He just like me for real. Like I love One Piece. That is like the only anime.
I've been enjoying it.
That aside from the Pokemon anime, I like give a shit about when it comes to anime.
Damn. You're really closed-minded. You need to listen to,
No, I don't. I just don't want to watch anime.
Why?
Cause okay, there's a thing. I can't get into anime.
Why?
I can't get into it.
You literally like One Piece.
My favorite game
Pokemon
of all time.
anime, and your favorite game of all time is Persona 5.
I don't know
like,
why.
What?
I think it's just like I was telling Callie this. I said that like I think with anime, it's hard for me to get into it because the two animes that I really care about, I got into as a kid. And I was like, you know, I have like that like sentimental attachment to, especially Pokemon. But like like that final episode that's coming out next couple, I know I'm gonna bawl my eyes out when that episode drops. But like I just feel like every time I like watch anime, I'm just like, I could be watching something better. I could be watching.
What?
But like,
That's
there's animes that have broke that.
crazy.
Hunter x Hunter's broken that, and Cowboy Bebop has broken that.
What about movies?
Huh?
Have you seen
Anime movies?
Yeah. Like
Shout out
Perfect
Jackson
Blue.
Geffen. We're supposed to watch Akira. We made a plan. He was gonna show me Akira because I know that's like his
I like
favorite.
Perfect Blue. You should watch that.
I've heard of that
Perfect Blue
actually.
is pretty good.
And what's it called? Your Name.
I heard that's pretty good too. I heard that looks beautiful.
Everyone cries in that movie or something like that. The Pokemon movies were hard. Hell yeah.
Okay, here's my story with how anime went for me. I never really watched anime until not last year, but the year before. It was 2021. My friends were all talking about Evangelion, and so I just watched Evangelion.
Oh, jeez.
I know, bad.
No, it's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's like unhealthy. So I watched Evangelion, the original series, in like 3-4 days. And then that became my favorite. It was one of those things where it's like before I'd try to watch anime and then it just wouldn't click for me, but then this for some reason just captured my mind and then I just kept wanting more.
See, it's so weird because you went backwards like me, where like you got older and it clicked for you, but then as I got older, it just stopped clicking with me.
That's very
And, like,
interesting.
I know. I think at least for TV and movie, I mean, those are you drop your takes. I feel
Okay.
like.
All my takes are meta related because I don't really have very many hot
Wait,
takes.
do we have an MCU topic to talk about? Because I would love to talk about the MCU.
We'll talk about the MCU after this. Okay, and this kind of applies to music as well. This
Okay.
take, but a movie / music should be looked at as the entire experience, and it can be viewed. It's a piece of media that can be viewed on many levels. You know, if the cinematography sucks, but the viewer doesn't really like have the eye for that or doesn't care, but still enjoys the movie, let them enjoy the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like too many people are like, oh, this movie, like with an album, people will be like, oh, this album's so good, but the mixing, oh, I can't stand the mixing. Where it's like, if someone doesn't notice that or doesn't care about that or thinks it sounds good, they shouldn't like it less because of something that they can't really perceive. You know, that's what I think, and I think that kind of ties into my favorite movie. That ties into the movies that you said you would watch with the film kids, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, but then this joke ties into this scene," and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right? It's like it can be looked at many different levels, right? Yeah.
I think, yeah. I mean, at least for movies, I'm trying to think of like movies I thought were like overhated or underrated. I think that cinema right now, I think when Martin Scorsese said that, like, he like red pilled all of Hollywood and said like Marvel movies aren't cinema, and people got really defensive. Even at the time, and I'm not like a diehard Marvel fan. I just like, I really like Marvel, but like, even at the time, I was like, he's not wrong. Like, he's really not. Like, they're dropping a movie every single year as if it's like a COD game. And they're like trying to just
More than one movie a year.
They're making a quick buck. Like, it makes sense why he would say that. And everyone got so defensive over that. It's like, no, then you look at the MCU now, it's terrible. It's so bad. It's so, so, so bad.
Makes me wonder if the MCU was anything. Actually, you know?
No, it was. I think the fact that you can look back, because like we are so basically Marvel put into the world this idea of making every little thing connect, one cinematic universe. And like Marvel was able to pioneer that. And that's such a big theme in movies today that, I mean, like Universal tried it with their own, like, you know about the Dark Universe, right? Universal tried in 2011, 2012 to do a cinematic universe. Oh, they tried to do like a cinematic universe, but it was all the like old Universal monsters. So Swamp Thing, Dracula, The Mummy. And it started with Tom Cruise's The Mummy, but it bombed so bad that it killed the entire project. Look at DC right now. They're trying to do that right now.
Everyone's trying to do it.
I actually think
I like DC a lot more than Marvel, though.
DC has a chance to kick Marvel while they're down. And I think that, like, if they mess up, this is the one year where DC can come back and strike. And, like, I think that DC kind of has it. Like, people are interested. People are tired of Marvel. They're going to go watch new superheroes. The last, like, even though it's not connected to the DC universe, like, of movies, everyone's hyped about Batman. What? Why'd you go?
I just remembered something. Continue.
Everyone's hyped about Batman. So it's like people obviously want to be more in touch with like those characters in that universe. So, and there was a lot of like commotion when Henry Cavill was announced and shortly announced to come back and then leave as Superman. So like, I don't know. I feel like DC actually has a decent chance to like make their mark.
Marvel's Eternals killed my dad's love for the movie theater.
No
Maybe
way.
not love, but after
that's the one I haven't seen yet.
He watched Marvel's Eternals because what my family does is usually like, oh, we'll have like a movie day. We'll all go to the movies and we'll watch a movie.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever. We'll watch whatever's new, stuff like that, right? Apparently, and I wasn't there because I was at school, but they saw Eternals, which was bad, apparently, and he hated it so much that he doesn't go on these movie trips anymore. He's like, I hate Hollywood. I hate seeing stuff in the movie theaters. I hate, like, it was bad.
That bad?
It killed him. It was terrible. Like, my God.
Wait, that's actually crazy.
Yeah. Like, he watched that one movie and he's like, I'm done. He'll watch movies. He'll watch, like, old movies. He'll watch new movies that we get on digital. Like, he'll watch them, like, once we like buy them or something, or it's like, but he won't go to the movie theaters anymore.
Well, like there's this whole thing where it's like all these big like Disney and all these big studios have this like monopoly over the theaters, and it doesn't let like small time creators like put their movies in. Like I like even like Taika Waititi and Quentin Tarantino, like they're not allowed to go put like their own independent.
Did you just say small time creators and Quentin Tarantino in the same sentence?
Well, okay. Here's what I mean. Is that Quentin Tarantino's like own movie, like his own produced movie. Mm-hmm. There's an interview you could find. I know it's Quentin Tarantino. He's a legendary director. Mm-hmm. But like the whole deal is there's an interview you can find where he wanted to put out. I think was it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think it was that, and Star Wars was coming out. and Disney kept buying out the theaters, so he wasn't able to like put enough screenings in there or something like that. And it's like, you look at it now, we don't have movies like Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption, where they're just movies that people want to create. It's always tied to some bigger franchise. It's an adaptation. It's a sequel. There's no originality anymore. You feel me?
Yeah, he hates that too. My dad hates that. He keeps talking about like Hollywood's not original anymore.
See, like, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, is that, like,
Yeah.
there's just no original. And these, like, directors that are passionate, like Taika, like Quentin Tarantino, like Matt Reeves, like Ryan Johnson, just the name off the top of my head. They're not able to, like, because, we gotta let Disney put the billionth Marvel movie in the theaters.
Don't forget their new CGI adaptation of the old cartoon.
Oh, my God. Okay, hot take about that.
Yeah.
Every one of them sucks except for the Beauty and the Beast one. I actually really like the Beauty and the Beast one. I remember, and I hate those live action adaptations.
I don't like them.
I hate them. But the Beauty and the Beast one was actually, I remember I really liked it when I first watched it.
Wow.
And I'm not like the biggest, like, I like Beauty and the Beast. It's a fucking great movie. It's like, it's objectively a great movie. But like, and of course the animated one over the real life version any day. But like, I remember I was like, that wasn't that bad. Emma Watson did a good job as Belle. And like, Gaston was kind of funny. And then there was like one line about like the like girls like learning to read, which I swear was in the original movie. There's like some like sexist line or something like that everyone went crazy over, but it's like, if you look at the, like, it kind of makes sense because it's Belle, like, in the beginning of the movie, and they don't trust her. I'm totally like blanking right now when it comes to
well,
that.
you know more about it than I do. I'm totally blanking. So,
But I mean, at least for movies, I'm trying to think of anything else. Animation. I'm tired of people shitting on animation. That's a huge thing.
I think more people should look at animation as a medium more than a genre.
1,000,000%. I think animation, if anything, is the most.
That's like a very basic.
It is the hardest. It is the hardest
it should be
medium. It is the hardest medium because.
Oh yeah, it's so hard to do.
And I'm so tired of the stigma that animation has to be for adults. I'm really
kids.
tired of, oh my bad, or animation can't be for adults and it has to be for kids. Like, I'm so sick of that stigma, and because like I have more fun watching animated movies than live action movies. Kind of like the same principle how I feel with like Nintendo games versus like when we get to video games, like why I love Nintendo games versus like Naughty Dog games, because it's just like
Do you want to save video games for another episode?
Oh, should we? Okay.
Yeah. We'll keep talking about movies and TV though.
But like the whole thing is, I love that like all these creators are just using their imagination and making something that you cannot even think of. And like, oh man, like I have so much respect for animators.
Oh my God, radio DJ's working again. That's crazy.
Oh shoot.
I didn't even have to fix anything.
There we go. Well, when we close out, you have to play 11 p.m. then.
Yes. 11 a.m.
But like animation, I really respect, and I really I hate people. I don't. If anything, it should be like why are their movies not nominated for like Best Picture? I think only 2 animated pictures have ever been.
Ratatouille, right?
I think it was Up and Beauty and the Beast.
Really? I thought Ratatouille won or was nominated for an award.
I wouldn't be shocked. That movie
great.
is a masterpiece.
My friend once said, "I love the movie Ratatouille. Every time I watch it, I pretend I'm French."
That's not something to be proud of. I had a nightmare last night where I had a dream that French people.
We should do a dreams episode. I'm gonna write that down. Sorry, go ahead.
I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time. So at least, I mean, I don't know. I really respect animation as an art form. And if anything, it's influenced me more than any other like live action movie has ever.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah. I think at least with movies, my favorite Disney movie of all time is Meet the Robinsons.
Ooh.
That's a very underrated movie.
Yeah.
And just to make sure you dodge kids are like, oh, he's a hipster. He's just saying an underrated. It was literally my graduation quote. The ending quote from the movie from Meet the Robinsons.
What was the quote?
It's a Walt Disney quote that pops up in the credits, and it says, We don't. It's like around here we don't stay long. We keep moving forward, opening new doors to new opportunities. It's like something like that, and it's just such a nice quote. I love that movie. I love everything it stands for. And then Coco.
That's nice.
I don't know.
Coco's
What about
a
your
good
favorite
movie.
animated movies? My favorite animated movie of all time that's Disney. Animated movie of all time is Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 is baller, dude.
Shrek 2 is
slaps.
genius. That movie is hilarious.
Oh man, my favorite animated movie is and you're gonna kill me for this. It's Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0.
Is that the ending?
Yeah,
It's the ending.
it's
right?
like the 3-hour movie or something.
Interesting.
It's wild because okay, just a little bit of animated movie lore or Evangelion lore on this. There's the original series aired in 1990s, right?
Yeah.
After that, there's a movie that ended that series,
Okay.
right? Called The End of Evangelion.
That's right.
And then in the 2010s and up until now, they made 4 movies that are called the Rebuild series, which are kind of like a retelling of the story, but with like, modern animation and stuff like that. And
So I could watch
slightly
that
different.
instead of the series.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh, really?
The Rebuild movies are more of a response to the original ones, the original series. The themes are a little bit different. The stories are kind of greatly different. And the tone is different a lot too. The Rebuild movies are kind of just like give a satisfying conclusion to the series, and the last movie gives a very satisfying conclusion. It makes me smile. It's very
Nice.
very great.
That's sick.
I felt the same melancholy feeling watching that movie as I did playing. I was gonna say playing Red Redemption 2, but we'll get into video games another day.
Video games. That's gonna be.
That's gonna be a very long conversation.
I mean, I'm trying to like my 3 favorite animated movies. It's
I do like Ratatouille.
It's. I just said I love Meet the Robinsons, but I think
Toy Story?
Huh?
Toy Story?
No, it's Shrek 2. No, you know what? No, it's Shrek 2. Coco. Meet the Robinsons. Like those are like my favorite. I was gonna say Spider-Verse, but like I love everyone loves Spider-Verse. Like it's not a
That's
surprise.
my sister's favorite animated movie.
Beautiful movie. It's
great
set
movie.
It's standard for animation.
Yeah, it did.
That
I think
whole
we talked
comic,
about this.
We did talk about this.
4
Puss in
episodes in,
Boots.
we're already repeating ourselves. But did you see Puss in Boots?
Puss in Boots. No, I haven't. I might go see it today. Actually,
You got to see it.
Puss in Boots and Intergalactic and Mitchell's versus the Machines, and like I know like it really set the ground for those movies, so it's really sick. I know Intergalactic got snubbed at the Oscars.
I was about to say, bro tried to sneak in Intergalactic.
Have you seen it before?
No.
Okay, so don't complain. It's really that good of a movie. Like I look at it. I would tell you if it would like, Don't Look Up has Kid Cudi in it. I don't think that movie is that good. I love Kid Cudi, but I will call Boy out for his not stupid, but like just not good stuff. Okay? Intergalactic is a really good movie. It's really good.
All right.
Please watch Intergalactic. Please watch it. And the music is so good. It literally
one of my favorite hold on a second. You just said and the music is very good when you're saying Intergalactic not about Kid Cudi.
No, I'm saying the music is really good.
Okay. One of my favorite animated movies, Toy Story 2. Oh, I fucking love Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 made me cry. Toy Story 2 is just such a romp, right? It has these 2 parts of it, right? You have the Buzz Lightyear story, which is made for kids, basically, right? Because it's like it's funny and it's they're going on an adventure to try to find Woody, right? And then there's the Woody story where it's about identity and found family versus real family and purpose, right?
It's a beautiful movie.
It's like blows my mind and shit. It's crazy.
I just had an aneurysm in my chair because I just remembered one of the dumbest takes I ever heard someone say.
What?
Someone actually legit told me, I don't know if I should name drop them, because there's someone that goes to Chapman, but he straight up told me to my face that Raya in The Last Dragon was better than Encanto. And that is such a terrible take. Raya in The Last Dragon is probably one of the worst Disney movies ever. The whole message of the movie is, yes, like, you should trust strangers. And if you don't, then, like, you're going to get screwed over. It's so stupid. It's such a bad movie. And I hate Awkwafina. I didn't mention Awkwafina.
Why don't you like Awkwafina?
Because she uses a black accent to get famous. And then she, she's not funny. She's not funny. It's the same thing over and over. And she used something that isn't even in her culture to, like, get famous. There's a reason why she hasn't made an appearance lately, because people called her out on it. And she's like, okay, I gotta, like, recognize this and take a step back. And, like, good on her for that. But, like, bro, that movie is just so bad and it's so boring. Encanto is beautiful. That is a beautiful movie about, like, being neglected, like, just, like, family neglect and where you feel as with, like, friends and family and, like, your, like, stance and how, like self-worth. Beautiful movie. I will not sit here and let someone tell me that Raya and the Mid-Dragon is better than Peak Kanto. Oh my God, bro.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. I hate that. I had an aneurysm when you something like
when I was talking about Toy Story.
I had a flashback because you said, like, it's about, like, finding family. I'm like, someone had a really bad Encanto take. And I'm just like, that is just the worst thing. But no, Toy Story 4 wasn't necessary.
No.
Did you like I didn't like Toy Story 4.
No, I don't like it. I think it was unnecessary.
I didn't like the ending.
I think it ended I think Toy Story 3 ended in a really good place.
Probably one of the best movie endings of all time. Toy Story 3. I said last episode it was Shawshank Redemption, so it's up there with Shawshank Redemption. But
it's up there. I mean, the ending was what made me cry, because I was like, because Andy was going to college and I was about to go to college. I'm like, man.
You just watched it?
No. I've watched it before, but when I watched it, when I was about, like, in 2019 or something like that, when I rewatched it in 2019, when I was about to go to college, it made me cry. So I'm like, fuck.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie to watch before you leave.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
It's like reading the places you'll go before.
I never did that.
Oh.
I never did that. I think, I think I have more of an emotional, like, resonance with video games if it comes to any form of media. And we'll save that for next time. Mm-hmm. But, like, definitely, like, movies like Coco. Coco's the one that made me bawl my eyes out. I will cry in that movie. I kid you not, it was my third date with Callie, like 2 days ago. It was like my third date with Callie, and I was like, "Oh, come over, we'll watch a movie." She's like, "Bet." I'm like, "Have you ever seen Coco?" She's like, "No, I haven't." I'm like, "Dude, it's like the best." And as soon as the beginning kicks in, I'm like, this girl's only known me for like 2 weeks and she's about to watch me bawl my eyes out. And like she did. I literally cried in front of her like two weeks as we were together. And like that movie is just, that I will cry every time I watch that movie. Especially because I watched it like shortly after my grandfather passed away. And it really hit. And like just such a beautiful movie. I'm getting teary. I'm like tearing up talking about it. It's just so good.
I wrote down this is unrelated to movies and stuff.
Please share.
But I wrote down an idea, okay, for our show. Goated children's books.
Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
There are some bangers out there.
No, I was telling, okay, I might get, I got to phrase what I'm about to say very carefully.
Okay, take your time.
So I worked in Carmel at a sports bar, and on my way to work, I would walk past a toy store. Mm-hmm. And in the toy store, there were all of these children's books. And I kid you not, they were all weirdly political. So it's like how to go to your first protest, how to go, like how to talk to your, like I kid you not, all these political books. And I'm like, where's, if you give a mouse a cookie, where's the very hungry caterpillar?
They're at the Scholastic Book Fair.
Exactly. Like, bro,
I'm writing that down too. We need to talk about the Scholastic
We should just
Book
do
Fair.
a Scholastic Book Fair episode. And we like ARG a Scholastic Book Fair. And like, I'm just like, you know what? Like, I read all these books as a kid. Why we got to talk about politics with these kids, bro? Like, they're so young.
Are you sure it wasn't just the store?
No, it was not just the store. Because it's like the big, like, toy store in Monterey County. And I just don't know why they had those books out. It's just like, come on, man. Like, why are we making books like that for kids? Kids should be learning about if you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse, if you give...
Here's my theory. Okay, here's my game theory. The parents buy the books. So you want to market something so that the parents want to buy it, not the kids want to read it.
But, like, could you just imagine being on the playground and, like, some kid comes up with you with this big Doctor Seuss picture book, oh my God, look at the shapes and colors. Oh, what are you reading?
Speaking of Dr. Seuss and politics, have you seen his political cartoons? Those are so crazy to look at.
I know, they're so bad.
Wild to look. Did you? Bad? Some of them
I said wild.
Good. Yeah, they're wild.
No,
they're not bad. They're good. I heard they're so bad from you.
They're bad. They're very bad.
I thought
he literally made cartoons of like slave auctions.
Oh.
With like racial stereotypes.
Oh. Well, the ones I saw.
Now it's me dropping the bomb on you this time. Oh my God. But yeah, he was not the best person.
No.
But those kids' books were fire.
Those kids' books were fire, though.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Can we play the Migos remix on the show next week?
Sure,
bro. But like,
are we doing children's books and Scholastic Book Fair next
I think
week?
we should do ARG Scholastic Book Fair.
What do you mean by that?
So we just simulate. We do like you are currently walking into your school library. There are shelves. There's a chocolate calculator. Should you steal it?
Calculator.
But like as I was saying, it's just like. A kid gets this book from their parents, goes onto the playground at kindergarten, and then little Marco, look at my new book. I'm reading The Cat in the Hat. What are you reading? I'm reading How to Go to Your First Protest. Like, dude, no. Why would I give my kid that? Why would I give my kid that to share with his friends? Because we bring books and we share them.
I think it's a matter of more bad parenting than bad authors.
It's just like if you're making I don't think kids should like. The politics, I know we try to keep politics out of this show, but it's just like that's just something that like I feel like kids should be reading fun shit, about like what's the
like
giving
mice
tree,
and cookies,
the giving tree, the rainbow fish, the rainbow
the
fish.
very okay. I'm gonna need to stop myself. We're talking about too many good books right now. We need to stop. We need this. We'll save this for tomorrow's or not tomorrow, next week's episode. Children's books. Oh, man, I'm going to create a big-ass list.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your week. Shout out to the sorority girls. I hope you guys are happy with your houses. I hope you guys find your panhandle love because it's rushed. It's been rushed.
Oh, yeah, this is the last day of
It's the last day, right? So I'm telling you, I hope everyone got into a house that they want.
Yes.
If so, you're meant to be there. And if not, you can always leave.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's forcing you to stay. Anyway, interterm is officially over, and we will be here. We will be back Sunday mornings.
We will be back Sunday mornings. We secured that time slot.
That's right.
We're here to stay until we run out of ideas.
That's right. So, until next time.
Jack and Chesco in the morning.
Peace out, y'all.